Guys, so we have a breaking news coming out. US President to meet with Zelensky on Tuesday, September 23rd. So that would be the day of the rapture, according to some people. Jesus supposedly coming tomorrow. All right, so at the same time, this event is also going to take place. We're going to get to all this news here. We have more breaking news coming out. Poland warns Russia at the UN if another missile or aircraft enters our space without permission and gets shot down and the wreckage falls on NATO territory, don't come here to whine about it. You have been warned. Wow. All right, so we're going to get to both of these breaking news here. This is a big message, a warning to Russia from Poland. All right, so we're going to see what's going on with this one, and also we're going to see what's going on with this one here, guys. All right, September 23rd. I believe this is going to happen in New York. All right, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and a PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Thank you again for your support. Your support is what keeps us on air. So U.S. President to meet with Zelensky on Tuesday, September 23rd. All right, so U.S. President will meet with Zelensky during the UN General Assembly in New York City. The White House press secretary confirmed the meeting, which will also include UN and the EU officials. Now, details on the meeting and the broader context include: leaders will discuss security guarantees for Ukraine and the ongoing conflict with Russia. Zelensky has been pushing for stronger sanctions against Russia following a renewed missile strike in late August and September 2025. Here's the thing, guys. Sanctions is just not stopping them. You know how many sanctions Joe, the former leader, slapped on Russia? I mean, we're talking about a crazy amount of sanction. The problem here is that Russia's playing a smart game of chess. They back the currency with gold. Again, countries are buying their oil and they gaining profit from that oil. They also have the BRICS: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. That's their bank to avoid sanctions. So even Russia said it's, sanctions not going to hurt us. All right, so here's another one. Previous meetings. This is not their first meeting in 2025. They held talks at the White House in February and August, where discussions focused on security guarantees and potential peace deals with Russia. A recent news report mentioned that during their meeting in August, the U.S. commander was arranging a separate meeting between Zelensky and Vladimir. Now, location and timing. Well, the meeting is expected to take place on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly. The U.S. president is scheduled to address the assembly on Tuesday, with Zelensky following on Wednesday. First Lady's meeting. Ukrainian First Lady is also expected to meet with the First Lady of the U.S. during the trip to discuss humanitarian issues. All right. So that's a very important update there. Very important update. All right. So he's coming tomorrow with the First Lady, and he's going to meet with the U.S. President at the UN in New York. All right. So that's going to be a big day tomorrow. All right. And guys, I just want to bring this up really quick. I know a lot of people just get sick and tired of it, but I have to constantly remind people. I know a lot of people is expecting the rapture tomorrow, okay? And here's the thing, guys. Don't get your hopes up. The rapture will happen a day that we are not expecting. Jesus would come like a thief. You know, a thief just comes out of nowhere and just you come home and everything is gone. You know, you don't know who did it, just everything's gone. Again, so Jesus would come as a thief. in a blink of an eye. So it's something that we won't be expecting, all right? But tomorrow, people will be expecting. So again, you see the difference here, right? Jesus says, no one know the day or hour. End of the debate or discussion. Now, someone is like, can we stop saying no one knows the day or hour? No, we're not going to stop saying it. Those are the words of Jesus Christ. His words will never be silenced, and his words will live on forever, for eternity. Jesus is warning us about all these false teachers and wolves disguised in clothing of lamb. We will not stop saying the words, no one know the day or hour. Those are the words of Jesus Christ. We will not stop saying that. Poland's foreign minister has told the UN Security Council that the bear should not whine if its plane gets taken down for violating NATO airspace. The strongly worded comments by, again, the Poland foreign minister, on Monday, in which he accused the bear of insane nationalism and a lust for domination, were made at an emergency meeting of the UN body called 3 days after Estonia said the bear fighter jets violated its airspace. The incident followed a mass incursion of Polish airspace by around 24 of the Russian drones on September 9th through the 10th, and other recent events seen by the West as a test of NATO readiness and resolve. Poland Prime Minister Donald Tusk said earlier on Monday that this country, a NATO member, would not hesitate to take down objects that violate its airspace and pose a threat. Addressing Moscow, once again, Sikorski said, if another missile or aircraft enters our airspace without permission, deliberately, or by mistake, and gets taken down, and the wreckage falls on NATO territory, please don't come here to whine about it. You have been warned. Hybrid war. It says here, Sikorski argued that airspace breaches are merely the latest manifestation of an escalating hybrid war waged by Moscow on the West for years. I'm going to skip that name there. I'm just going to say journalists, human rights defenders, and defectors, cybers against hospital and financial institutions, arsons, including in Poland, the UK, and Lithuania, postal packages containing incendiary devices all over Europe, including Germany, strikes on Ukrainian embassies, in addition to standard espionage and disinfo, he added, listing what he said were Moscow mainland activities. Warsaw has also repeatedly accused Moscow of orchestrating, together with Minsk, a migration crisis on the Polish-Belarusian border that has been ongoing since 2021. Excellencies, this council has a responsibility to send a clear message that such provocation will not be tolerated, Poland top diplomat said. It must stand in solidarity with Estonia, Romania, Poland, and all nations whose sovereignty is threatened by systemic Russian aggression. It says here, insane nationalism. The Polish foreign minister also accused Moscow of insane nationalism and a lust for domination that will not cease until you realize that the age of empire is over and that your empire will not be rebuilt. Sikorski said the bear and the USSR had helped to start 2 world wars in the Cold War and urged the Kremlin, don't start another one. Man, that was a slap. I gotta read that one more time. Hold on, give me a second here. Sikorski is sending a message here. He said Russia and the USSR had helped to start 2 world wars in the Cold War and urged the Kremlin, don't start another one. Here's the thing: didn't the Bears stop Germany in World War II? They stopped Germany. They stopped the guy with the mustache, the guy from 1940 something. Wow. All right, give me a second here, guys. So I want to bring this one up. We have this news here. Zelensky just departed for the US to attend the UN General Assembly, where a high-stake meeting with US President is expected. That's a long flight. That is a long flight. A very long flight. All right, give me 1 second here, guys. Let me just refresh the page really quick. Yeah, so everybody's sharing it right now. This is like the big news here. Once again, UK warns the bear risk direct clash with NATO. British Foreign Secretary, this is another person, Cooper, told the UN Security Council that Russian incursion into NATO airspace risks direct armed confrontation. If we need to confront planes operating in NATO space without permission, then we will do so, she claimed. This follows recent airspace violation in Estonia and Poland by the Russian jets and drones. Russia called the warnings baseless and dismissed the concerns as theater of the observed. So they're getting ready. We have more breaking news that's coming out. Let me just pull this one up. Ooh. Vladimir mocks the U.S. commander Golden Dome space shield. Vladimir just trashed the U.S. president grand plan to launch a missile defense dome in space, warning it would undermine strategic stability. He sneered that if Washington starts playing Star Wars, Moscow is ready to respond with real firepower. If the US president wants a shining space umbrella, Putin promising thunder. Wow. Okay, so we do have some more breaking news. Man, there's been a lot of these meetings going on. NATO will meet tomorrow after Estonia invoked NATO Article 4 following a violation of its airspace by 3 of the Bear fighter jets on Friday. Man, things are really looking hot. All right, guys. It seems like this might be all the information here. The U.S. president has just put out a message. This is coming out from U.S. president. I just concluded a wonderful call with the highly respected leader of Kazakhstan, and they have signed the largest railroad equipment purchase in history $4 billion worth of U.S. locomotives and rail equipment. We need to support our U.S. rail industry, which has been attacked by fake environmentalists for years. Congratulations to President of Kazakhstan on his great purchase. This country and the world was built on reliable, beautiful railroads. Now they will be coming back fast. All right, so this is all the information here, guys. This is all the information that's coming out. And I will keep it updated when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Once again, Zelensky is on a plane heading to New York, and September 23rd will be a big day. And of course, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be expecting the rapture to occur. But like I told you guys, I believe in Jesus Christ. I am a Christian. Me and my wife are true believers of Jesus Christ. But we have spoken about this numerous times. Don't get your hopes up tomorrow, because Jesus will come at a day that no one expects. No one knows the day or hour. Not the angels, but only the Father. All right, Jesus told us that. So please don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. All right. Instead of focusing on the rapture, go out and make disciples. Spread the gospel to a lot of people. Go out and share the good news. Jesus rather have us do that than wait for him appearing in the clouds. Jesus wants us to go out and share his good news. I think that's more important right now, because a lot of people are not saved. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Till next time later. Peace.